I was gonna finish the videos right here, but I'm already at it. So I want to talk about something else. Sleep. I struggle with this. I struggle with this a lot, and I've done a good amount of research on it, not scientifically, but ways to optimize it to its bestest way, or as you could say, sleep maxing. Anyways, no, forget I said that. No, I have taken the research a little bit serious, and I wish I could say that I've been able to put this into work, and there's been days where I have, and there's been days where I haven't, and I know the difference between the good days and the really, really bad days when it comes to sleep. So I'm gonna make this part simple. I have nothing written down for sleep, so here we go. Sleep is the number one thing you should prioritize. The number one thing. My mom would always tell me, go to sleep. That's pretty much it. She would tell me go to sleep, and I would say no. I would do my own thing. And when you're young, I feel as if when you're young, you feel that sleep is, or I should say, when you stay up overnight, that tells you that you are taking initiative in your own life. It feels good. You're like, oh crap, shit, look at that. I'm not sleeping. Oh my goodness, my life is all in my hands. It may feel that way, and you know what? It may even seem that way for a little bit of time. And when I tell you about the benefits of sleep and everything like that, you may consider it, but that doesn't really tell you anything. Because, well, I can't tell you why. I'm trying to think of a reason why I would think that way. If someone were to tell me why I should sleep, and they would tell me all the benefits of it, I would just tell them off, or I would be like, yeah, whatever, and then proceed with my day. But I want to make this as clear as possible for anybody that is struggling with sleep. There's two things that I want to talk about. Is the true benefits of sleep, or what sleep actually can do for you, and what it should do for you, and how to manage sleep. Because I don't think people really talk about how to manage sleep very well. All they say is sleep early, but you don't really know how to sleep early. I don't know how to sleep early. I don't know, but I know that I've listed many ways to do so, but it does require sacrificing some other stuff. It could be time for work, could be time for yourself, could be time to work out. But when I tell you that sleep, the benefits of sleep is higher than any of those aspects, could be working out, diet, or anything else that you're prioritizing, that's the truth. Now let me explain why. When it comes to sleep, a lot of the time people, how can I start this? I'm trying to find a way to start this properly, because the routine I already have in mind, but the benefits of sleep is interesting. There was a time in my life where I was sleeping 3 hours a night because I had to go to work. I had to wake up at 4. I had to go to sleep at 12, wake up at 4. Oh no, sorry, wake up at 3 at that time. I woke up at 3, so when I sleep at 12, woke up at 3. And I did that for about a month, 2 months maybe. And throughout that time, the only way I sustained myself was through caffeine. I would take a lot of caffeine. And by the way, if you do take caffeine, for me at least, I recommend for you to stop. I understand that the benefits are really good. That's another topic. It should have been more in the diet part. But you know what? I'll speak about that in a bit. So I had two different qualities, or two different persons, or people. I had two different people within me. One version of me that they got no sleep, and the other version of me that got enough sleep. Because there is a thing as too much sleep. There's a thing as not the correct way of sleeping. At the times where I had really, really good quality sleep, caffeine was not needed. My ability to think was far sharper than any amount of caffeine could give me. Of course, mood was better, creativity was better, performance was better as well. I tell you these things, and these sounds like they to me at least, if I heard this when I was younger, I would have thought to myself, these sound like nothing. These are nothing, even though they are something. And no matter how many times I could try to defend the other side of denying those benefits, they are true and they do mean something, and they are very, very important. But then we get to the other side, the lack of sleep. That's when you get caffeine to be involved. That's when you get, let's just say, different drugs or different ways or habits for you to overcome your sleep depravity. Is that even a word? I don't even know. Your lack of sleep. But then you get to a person that doesn't take any substance or doesn't take anything, combine that with the lack of sleep, or even bad ways of sleeping. Because you can sleep for 12 hours straight, but those 12 hours may not be that good. That's when you go to REM sleep and all that details. And you could learn that, you could research that within yourself, and I should probably speak about that. But I'm not going to speak about that for two reasons. I'm not too educated on that specifically, but also it should not be that complex. The reason I say it's not that complex because it's a feeling. No matter how many words you could put onto it, no matter how many details, no matter how many aspects of education and whatever it is you could put upon these parts of life, it's only going to be a feeling. And whether you feel good or you don't feel good, it's based off these details that aren't words like REM sleep, or aren't words like I can't even think of any other words right now because I have a freaking ad in my ear. I'm gonna take this earphone off for a moment. Anyways, back to the topic. So at that time of not having enough sleep, I was forcing myself to really, really perform in ways that I should not be performing. A lot of caffeine. I would take about 800 milligrams of caffeine a night. Or sorry, not a night. That was terrible. I would take about 800 milligrams of caffeine a day. I would force myself to work out a lot of the time. I would force myself to feel ways or do things that weren't natural at that moment. Things didn't feel natural. And I've always believed in living your life in a way where things feel natural over time. When I say that, I don't mean don't do stuff that'll make you uncomfortable, but do it in a way that you know is natural to who you want to be and where you want to be in life. For example, you're gonna talk to a girl, you don't know what to say, go to her. Don't try to do anything at all that's out of your comfort zone in terms of not your style of speaking or not your style of character. Just go with what you have. And if it doesn't work, learn from those experiences, see what you like, see what you don't like, and then be better from that. That's a different topic. I'm getting off topic. The point is, you should be getting enough sleep. Oh, the proper way of sleeping. Let me talk about that before I run out of time. So I have two ways. I have to think about what I was saying. The way I know I've slept really good is purely if two things. If I've had a dream that night, which people struggle with, and I've never struggled with having a dream, but I'll talk about that in another video. But if I've waken up really, really good, if I wake up droggy, if I wake up, droggy is not even a word, wake up sleepy, that's bad. I'm running out of time, so I'll just make this part clear. Cold room, sleep in the cold room. I sleep in the floor a lot of the time. Floor sleep is really good for me. Cold room, sleep on the floor. No technology, no blue light for about an hour. I'd say if you do 30 minutes, 15 minutes even, sure, whatever. I recommend an hour. That's pretty much it. That's really all you need. Dreams I'll talk about for another video. That's pretty much it before I run out of time. Alright guys, bye bye, stay well.